Hello everybody. This video is intended to be a continuation of my previous video, which outlined the bare basics of scanning in Eve. The purpose of this video is to explain some of the interesting varieties of visual representations of cosmic signatures on the solar system map. That is, when you don't get a single red dot as a result from your scan. So, in order to demonstrate this, I'm going to use a signature which I previously scanned out, this Rogue Drone asteroid infestation. I've left the system and come back again in order to get rid of the 100% signal strength so that I can scan it down again. I'm going to launch a pinpoint formation, move the probes away from the signature, and hold Shift so that I can access each of the probes individually. Right, I've separated a single probe from the formation. Now, you can see this little bookmark here. That is the location of the signature within its red sphere, which is showing approximately where it is. I'm going to hold Shift, move this probe so that it is covering the location of the bookmark, and I'm going to hit Analyze. Now this will show you what happens when only one probe can find the signature. There we go. We have a little red sphere. That's because this probe is telling me how far away it thinks that this signature is, and when only one probe knows how far away it is, it's giving me this sphere to show where it thinks it could be. Now you'll notice that the bookmark isn't actually within the sphere. That's because the signal strength is only 10% at this point. It's not completely accurate. Right, for further demonstration, I'm going to grab another probe, and I'm going to move that so that it is also covering the location of the signature. And I'll hit Analyze. Right, there we go. This is what you get when you see two probes which have hit the target. Imagine each of these single probes produces a sphere like before when there was only one probe. Each of them has a little red sphere which is telling you how far away it thinks the signature is. Now these two probes are working together, so imagine the two red spheres overlapping over the signature. Where the surfaces of those two spheres touch, that creates this circle here, which is where the two probes agree that the signature might be. Right, for further demonstration, let's bring in another probe, so that three probes are now over the location of the signature. And hit Analyze. Okay, there we have it. This is what you see when there are three probes which have hit the location. You get two red dots. They've both got the same signature, they're not two separate signatures. This is the same signature, but there's two places it could possibly be. And the reason for that can be explained, I guess, if you imagine, say the two spheres by themselves, they have a circle. Now if we move this third sphere here, it produces a red sphere which it thinks the signature might be in. And if you imagine that the surface of that red sphere and the circle intersecting, They intersect at 2 points on the circle. Those 2 points are now represented by these 2 red dots. So that's what happens when 3 of the probes collaborate and they get that. The only time when you can get a single red dot for a definite location is when you move a 4th probe in and hit analyze. With this 4th probe collaborating with the other 3 probes, then you will be able to determine which of the 2 dots the signature is actually at. So there we have it. Those are the 3 different kinds. Oh, goodness me, the signature has just disappeared. Well, never mind, I've made my point. However, there are ways which you can deal with this situation. If you, say, have a sphere, you're using the default formation. Let me just launch the pinpoint formation so that I can demonstrate this. Right, we have the pinpoint formation. It's not messed up with probes missing like I did before. Say we had a scan which happened here. The bookmark is only being hit by 1 of the probes. In this case, if you hit analyze and the signature is still there, which it's not, someone's obviously done the combat side whilst I've been recording, you would get a red sphere centered around this top probe, because this top probe would be the only one that has got the actual signature within its scanning range. So you'd be like, well, wait, I've got 8 probes, only 1 of them's hit. I've got a red sphere here, what do I do now? And the answer to that would be to move your probes to the upper half of the sphere. Why the upper half in particular? It would be because when you've got this sphere here, half of the sphere is in the middle of your formation. There's no way that only 1 probe could have got a hit if the actual signature was in the middle of the formation. So what you need to do is go to where there's only 1 probe, that's at the top. Similarly, if you get a circle, part of the circle will be on the outside of your formation, and part of it will be on the inside of your formation. The part that's on the inside of your formation isn't going to be where the signature is. And the reason for that is, if the signature was there, then more than 2 of your probes would have figured out where the signature is. The same thing if you've got dual dots. If one of the dots is in the middle of the formation, that's not going to be where the signature is, because more than 3 of your probes would have picked up the signature there. It's going to be on the dot that's on the outside of your formation. Okay, so that's basically the different varieties of visual representations of cosmic signatures on the solar system map, and a brief explanation of how to deal with them. Right, I hope that's been informative. Thanks for watching.